Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all to the episode of Run It With You. And today we got to run it about the Karmelo Anthony case. The verdict came in and he was found guilty, man. A lot of people thought he was going to get off, and a lot of people were kind of skeptical because it was an all white jury. But Charleston White is speaking his mind on the verdict, and we're going to go ahead and get into his thoughts. We already had shared is his reaction to all the developing news beforehand of the verdict. So now we got to see a follow up on what he thinks on after the verdict, because a lot of people, they like to see what Charleston White thinks on when it comes to certain cases, because he actually was into, taking up law classes himself, and you know, he's so informed on certain cases, especially ones with kids. So we're gonna go ahead on and see what he thinks right now without further ado. I haven't listened or heard this, so we're gonna react to it together.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray hair white women on that jury that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life, jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerced them kids. But one thing about kids can lie to professionals under. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is off. All them people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit, nigga. They ain't gonna do shit. When Makai Johnson and Galvin Long killed them motherfucking white police officers, you white motherfuckers didn't do a goddamn thing. Not no guilty. If you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law, cracker. You like the dumb white boy that had the whip. He can't spell either, nigga. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. Already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till the family. We waiting on each other. Yeah.
That's another thing a lot of people are wondering, because the family was, I think, raising a lot of money, for this case, like on some GoFundMe stuff. Or, I guess, a lot of people had got concerned about the case, and they was, donating money to the family. And I'm hearing that they got a private lawyer, or it was an actual public defender. And it was like, damn, why you ain't just go out and use some of that money to pay for a damn good lawyer? But if Charleston White is true what he's saying, with the DA and the judge being close pals, and they going against, Karmelo Anthony, I mean, that's gonna be tough to beat right then and there. So it's just crazy, man. And a lot of people did think that he was at least going to get manslaughter.
I've been riding with the family, nigga, since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. White people mad because they poor. Nigga, I wouldn't give a damn about what happened. I got a show tomorrow. I'm getting rich out here off content creation. All you white people, you're still going to be fucking poor, struggling with gas prices. Say, big dog, hey, I wouldn't have got me a Miss Lily. I wouldn't have got me a white woman. Yeah, I wouldn't have got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. So I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some wings? You want some chicken wings? Say, no, listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that motherfucking trial. I told y'all, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told y'all last year the boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife, it was a compass tool. It wasn't even long enough to get it. It wasn't even long enough to pierce his heart. Yeah. Yeah. White people is gonna be mad in the motherfucker. White people is gonna be mad in the motherfucker. And guess what? White people can't beat everybody. Yeah, they got China on their ass, North Korea, Russia, Afghanistan, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada. Y'all can't beat everybody, cracker toe. Listen, the prosecution came back. Now, when did white folks start having compassion? When did a cracker say, listen, I don't give a damn how it goes. Automatic win on appeal. All white jury, everybody 50 plus older. You mean to tell me they can't find nobody that's a jury of his peers? A jury of his peers. I cannot believe Collin County dropped the ball like this here. I cannot believe as racist as Collin County has been, they have existed. But you know what's happening now? They let we already got.
Charleston White, he looked funny ever since he cut his chin hair. He looked like Fleece Johnson. He need to go ahead on and get his chin hair back. He give weird looking vibes. But I was told that it wasn't a knife and it was actually a tool to, help set up the tents that was out there for the event. So at first I thought it was a knife that he brought, but it actually was just some tool that he grabbed in the midst of everything, So I thought that would help his case. But, because the knife will be on some conspiracies or it'll be on some, intended type of stuff. You were seeking violence. And also, yeah, man, a jury like that, a lot of people that's 50 years older than you and not your peers, that's crazy too. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section. Charleston White, I think he's just trying to go, stir up people emotions and stuff and say a lot of stuff. And that's another thing that I just don't agree with Charleston White. Like, at the end of the day, you got this platform now that's very big. Just go back to just doing that but positive stuff. You ain't gotta say the most vile stuff to inflict emotion out of people, even if it's so terrible and all for the name of content. But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Y'all feel like the verdict was right, or do y'all feel like it was wrong? Go ahead on and state your beliefs in the comment section. Try not to call each other names in the comment section if everybody is having a discussion. We're trying to build a community here. And, go ahead on and hit the like button if you like the content and subscribe if you're not yet, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out.